Today we're going to talk about forces. A force, by definition, is a push or pull. Any push or pull in any direction. Forces always act in pairs. For example, when you go to sit in a chair, you're providing a force downwards. That chair is providing a force upwards, which allows you to sit still. Force is measured in newtons. So how do these forces interact? There's something called a net force, which is the combination of all of the forces acting on an object. Now these forces can be one of two things. They can either be balanced or unbalanced. Balanced forces provide no change in motion. From that first board where you sat in the chair, that was a balanced force because there was no change in your motion. You sat in the chair and there you were. Another good example of this is during tug of war. When both teams are evenly matched, no one's winning. It's the same force applied in both directions, so there is no change in motion. Unbalanced forces, when they combine, they produce acceleration. For example, in this tug of war game, now this side provides a lot bigger of a force than this side, pulling them over, causing this group to accelerate towards them. The different force produces acceleration. So how do these forces act on these objects, these unbalanced forces? What sort of motion or change in motion can they cause? The first way is they can start motion. We talked about Newton's laws before. An object at rest stays at rest until it experiences an unbalanced force. These are the unbalanced forces they were talking about. For example, the golf ball on the tee won't move until the club hits it, or the wind blows it over, or there's some sort of new unbalanced force applied to it. Unbalanced forces can also stop motion. One of the other Newton's laws. An object in motion maintains its velocity unless it experiences an unbalanced force. In this example I gave you of a car, both the brakes and the seatbelt are providing unbalanced forces. The seatbelt more of a stopping point, the brakes apply friction. The brakes apply friction, the seatbelt applies force. Both cause unbalanced forces, causing that car to stop. The last thing that unbalanced forces can do to the motion is just change the motion in terms of changing direction. Remember, this one talked about velocity. An object in motion maintains its velocity unless it experiences an unbalanced force. Velocity includes direction, so that unbalanced force can change the direction without completely stopping the motion. For example, when you shoot a basketball, you usually aim for the backboard. The backboard changes the motion. It provides an unbalanced force. It changes the motion of the basketball, whereas it was going towards the backboard. Now it gets in its way, it reverses the direction, changes that direction.